Howdy, Cherry here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be redesigning Undertale Yellow characters to fit in the Deltarune universe. I've done a couple other videos on this topic already, and this video should be the last of the, main boss characters. I'm not going to be doing some of the other, mini bosses for a minute, but this should be the last of this little set series. So if you want to see more of that, I've got a couple more videos up on my channel about it already. Also, if you somehow managed to find this video without knowing what Undertale Yellow is, it's a fan game for Undertale that came out a couple months ago, and the fandom assessment of it is that it is literally just as good as Undertale. If you've never played an Undertale fan game before, play this one. It's really good. Also, this video is going to contain some spoilers for Undertale Yellow, so maybe play it before watching this video. Anyways, on to the video. First up is Ceroba. Ceroba I actually did two light world designs for. One of this more casual outfit and one of her in her work uniform. Just because I wanted to draw her in a waitress outfit, I thought it'd be cute, and it was, but I don't actually know 100% sure where she works. I keep flip-flopping on if it's some kind of diner or a bar, or if Dina owns it, or those bears in the Honeydew Resort, or whatever. I don't have a lot of details for the world of Eastville yet, unlike the locations of Eastville. I thought it would be easier to draw her more casual outfit and her robe and stuff. Also, I figure if this idea I have ever got turned into a game, which is not something I'm interested in doing, but as a what-if scenario, we would see Ceroba in this robe outfit before seeing her at work. So I thought it'd be better to draw her like this first, and then once I figure out more about Eastville, drawing her at work with Rowan and Kaneko and the whole deal. As for her story, I've been kind of coy about this whole thing in the past couple of videos, but I am fully committed to it now. Chujin is dead, and Ceroba did not handle his death well. He was the only one working in the family, and immediately after his death, she was not in any position emotionally to be getting a job. So they lost the house, unfortunately. I don't remember who Ceroba is living with in canon, so I figure she's probably just living with Starlo in this AU. I've been toying around with the idea of putting her in a trailer on his property, actually. I feel like she'd be a little bit too proud, especially with Kaneko still alive, to fully commit to living in someone else's house. So her having a little bit of separation with living in a trailer instead of directly his house. As for Ceroba and Kaneko's relationship, I don't think it's the best. I have mentioned that, in canon, Ceroba does use alcohol to cope. She is kind of an alcoholic. And some people took that to mean that I was implying she abuses Kaneko, which, no. I'm not, totally assassinating her character here. But at the same time, I do feel like she's just sort of become distant and withdrawn from everyone, which Kaneko doesn't really like. Especially since she's, a teenager now, and even with the best parents, relationships can get kind of rocky at that age. If their relationship does improve, and I do hope it improves over the course of the story, I would like to have it happen in a dark world, because I came up with a banger outfit and a banger color scheme and a banger dark world form. I love this so much. It's so goddamn pretty. Originally, when I was first coming up with ideas for her Dark World outfit, I was basing it more on her Total Devotion outfit design, and also trying to bring in sort of samurai elements into it. Because that cape thing she has kind of reminded me of some pieces of samurai armor and stuff. But I got really bored of those ideas really fast, and so I went super self-indulgent and decided to give her a magical girl outfit. I didn't keep a lot of the more traditional magical girl elements of it, but she did come out very elegant and ethereal looking, which totally fits her vibe. I love this outfit. She's so pretty. I don't exactly know what dark world she'd end up in, but I do know that the abandoned Ketsukane household would make for a banger dark world. So if her workplace or something doesn't turn into a dark world, I feel like the old family house would be a great place to deal with family issues. Also, specifically, that staff of hers is a pencil in the light world. I figure she probably just has a pencil tucked behind her ear while she's at work, which is one of the reasons I'm considering turning her workplace into a dark world, and then just having the Ketsukane household dark world be something else. But, it's still all very, very, very vague ideas in my head. Anyways, that's all of the ideas I have for Ceroba. This is how she turned out. And now on to Dalv. Dalv? I'll be honest, I don't know how to pronounce this. In the light world, I decided I wanted Dalv to be a school teacher, like the lower grades, like elementary school teacher, kind of like Toriel is. This is based off of like his desire to make children's books and stuff. I know he ends up being more of like a musician performer in the end of Undertale Yellow, but that feels a little bit too unrealistic for Deltarune. Also, because Deltarune Yellow takes place in the summer, I can still have him be like a recluse that lives on the outside of town or like the edge of town who just doesn't get out much and is super weird and mysterious. He also knew Chujin because Chujin, while he was alive, taught some of the upperclassmen high school level classes. They weren't like close or anything, but Kaneko was in Dalv's class when Chujin died, and so he ended up going to the funeral and offering to babysit Kaneko sometimes because goodness knows Ceroba couldn't handle it right then. And so the relationship between the Ketsukanes and Dalv improved somewhat. Ceroba probably gives him like corn from Starlow's family's farm, like that one cutscene in the True Pacifist ending. But yeah, he's kind of sad and reclusive. He doesn't get out much. Probably is like a vampire who burns in the sun, which probably makes being outside in the summer hard. That's basically it for his light world form. For his dark world form, I am wildly attached to a Dalv-themed dark world, just like in its entirety. Just cause like, oh my god, that would be so fun. Like the spooky and the quirky and the inexplicable amounts of corn. It would be so fun. I think it'd be very silly. Also, I do want him to be like an antagonist in this world because dark worlds are themed around escapism, right? And one form of escapism is just retreating into your own like little bubble, your little house, and just never leaving it. Also, Dalv literally talks to inanimate objects and treats them like actual people. So if his house got turned into a dark world and like Pops became like an actual person, no fucking way Dalv would want to leave that. Also, I think it'd be fun if he actually got to be like an entertainer thing, which is why I made his dark world form look very like magician-y. I don't know, I feel like he'd just have way too much fun in a dark world that is technically by its existence threatening the balance of light and dark, and he'd be very upset at the posse for trying to take it down. Also, I made his color scheme in the dark world red and blue, partially because like those primary colors are very like kid friendly, and I did also want to reference that he does like taking care of and entertaining children, but also because his main color scheme is very purple, and I thought splitting up purple into red and blue would make for a fun color scheme that still looked like Dalv. I was having trouble coming up with colors for him that didn't just look like his vanilla colors. I think this color scheme looks pretty nice though. Anyways, that's it for this video. Here's how Ceroba and Dalv both turned out. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break for this series. I still have lots of ideas for Deltarune Yellow, but those aren't as easy to turn into YouTube videos. So if you want to see more of that sort of content, I'd highly suggest you go follow my other socials, my art Tumblr. I've posted some doodles up on my art Tumblr that y'all haven't seen. I have a couple more videos coming out. Hopefully I can get back into doing weekly videos. But yeah, if you like my content and are excited to see more of like this and more of like my own original ideas and OCs and stuff, be sure to give it a like and a follow. And yeah, that should be it. I've been Cherry, and I'll see y'all next time.